Hi. The most dangerous situations for children don't always look dangerous at all. This is Atina, a 7-year-old, and this is a real case from 2022 about a child who was in what should have been a safe environment, but didn't make it out of that moment. Now, just to give you a little context so you understand what I'm talking about. This was a normal day for her. She was at home like every other child. A delivery was made to the house by a man who was working as a delivery driver at the time. At some point, she stepped outside, was seen with him near his truck, and that was the moment where everything changed. He took her life, and the case has since been going through investigations and court proceedings and, with different versions of events being presented. But I'm not here to go into all the details of the case. I am here because there is something deeper that we are missing. And this is why I do what I do. Because I believe that it's a responsibility we've all been given to pay close attention, to protect, and to speak for children. Most people looked, at this case, and in the comment section, I kept seeing what happened, which is okay. But I think the most important question we should have been asking is, what did this situation look like to her? Because children don't interpret or don't experience the world the way we do. They don't analyze risk. They interpret familiarity. If something looks normal, then it's safe for them. If someone sounds calm, then it's okay. And that's not a mistake. That's how they are wired. So when people in the comment section were saying, oh, she should have known, he's a stranger. We're using adult thinking on the child's mind. And that's where the real problem is. There is a gap. The gap between what a child thinks is actually happening versus what is happening. And that gap is where the vulnerability actually is. If we're honest, we spend a lot of time preparing children for obvious danger, while in many real dangerous situations don't show up as danger. They don't show up that way. They look normal. They look familiar. They look like routines. And that's what makes it actually risky. Because safety is not just where you are. It's what you understand. We say home is safe, daytime is safe, a delivery is safe. But the truth is, safety is not a place. Safety is a system. And when that system is not clearly understood, especially by a child, they fall back on instinct. And what is instinct to a child? Trust. So what then do we do? Can we not stop at just saying, be careful? That's not enough. That's too vague. We have to be very intentional with our children. Instead of just saying, don't open the door, let's teach. Don't go outside, even if it feels normal, without the permission or the supervision of an adult. Let's teach children to pause. Don't rush. Speak to an adult. Confirm from an adult. Get validation from an adult. Because safety is not just about obedience, it's awareness. And then there is something we often overlook. Systems. Doorbells, trackers, alarms, insurance. We ask, do we really need this? Until the day it matters. So please never take precautions lightly. And then beyond system, let's stay engaged with the children. Ask questions, observe, talk often, because awareness is not a one-time conversation. It's continuous. I want to make this very clear and very firmly. People who harm children must be held accountable. There has to be serious consequences. There must be justice, because where there is no accountability, harm continues. And this is why we speak. It is not to gossip, it is not to repeat pain, but to expose. Athena is not just one child. There are many stories we don't hear often, or we will never even hear. So this case represents something bigger, a pattern we need to pay close attention to. And this is where I stand. I stand for raising children who understand situations, not just follow instructions. I stand for awareness, not just assumptions. And I stand for systems that support safety, not just hope that things will be okay. Because protecting children is not optional. It's everyone's responsibility. So please, I beg you, don't just watch this. Think about the system you have in place. Think about the conversations you've had or the ones you're yet to have. Think about what you've assumed is safe without really questioning it. Because not everything that is dangerous looks dangerous. I'm not going to end this video without praying for our children. I pray that every child is safe. I pray that they are guided. I pray that they are protected. And most importantly, I pray that we, the adults, that we do better. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope you like this video, you comment and you share. And see you next time in the next video. Thank you and bye.